Assalamu alaikum, hello and namaste. Welcome to another inspiring episode 145 of the Limelight. I'm your host Fareen here. I'm a podcast coach, voice coach, and also an author. I have written a book called Before You Chew That Gum 11 Things to Know Before You Get Married for South Asian Men and Women. And it's available on Amazon.in, also in US and UK. Well, today on the hot seat, we have a very bubbly personality. She is a child adolescent counselor, therapeutic art coach, meditation coach, music therapist, positive psychology practitioner, and much more. So, listeners, please welcome our guest, Latha Tater. Hello, Latha. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, and it's a pleasure to have you on my podcast.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
You're welcome, dear. So, Latha, I want to ask you this question that you wanted to be a professor, as you had mentioned in your bio, and then you have got into psychology. So, what changes happened, or what made you change your mind to get into this field?
Yeah, when I was in college, I had no plans of taking up psychology because I liked mathematics. So I thought I'll pursue my interest in that field. So once I did my master's in mathematics, I got married into a joint family, and due to responsibilities, I was not able to pursue that dream. So, and after a few years, my husband was feeling sick frequently, and all possible medical tests were done, and we were not able to diagnose what exactly the problem he was going through. And after a span of 6 months, we consulted a psychiatrist, and we got to know that he was into depression. He was diagnosed with clinical depression, and he suffered for 2 years, and then he came out of it. So that made me realize that if I had awareness regarding the mental health, I would have helped him coming out of it a bit early. So that triggered me and inspired me to take up psychology, and I want to create awareness regarding mental health, so that if a person is dealing with that problem, a family member, then we can definitely help them to come out of it easily, because there's a stigma related to mental health, right? So I want to remove that stigma, and people should openly come out and speak about the issues they are dealing with and ask for help easily.
So, Lata, once you had done psychology, what was the next step you had taken to get, to give more awareness to use what you studied?
Yes, ma'am. I was in a dilemma of what to do next, because as I stay in a joint family, I was not able to step out of the house and take up a full-time job. So at that process, a plan came into my mind. I started an organization called Latha's Mind Hub. It provides online psychological services through art therapy and music therapy techniques, counseling service, as well as create awareness and workshops at an affordable price.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Now, like as you said, when you were doing all these certifications, and you might have had few challenges because it's not easy to handle home, kids, and also to study, right?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
So, what were your challenges?
The challenges was like I have a 7-year-old son, and I join family. I stay with my in-laws. So I did not face much challenge, because my child is very supportive. My husband supports me a lot, and my in-laws, they are very supportive as well. Because once my work is done, the household chores are done, I will take out time. I studied, and they supported me wherever their help was required. And the thing is, as I say, right? See, without family support, you are not able to excel in your life, right? So to be successful, you have to have a back end support. So I had my mother-in-law, pillar of my support, because only because of her I was able to complete all these courses. And the second person is my husband, and then my son. My son supports me a lot. He's just 7 year old. But he says, yeah, mom, you can do it. Whenever I feel like I am stuck somewhere, I speak to him, I discuss with him. But few parents may think that he is very young enough, why we need to discuss and all. But I think that he has to understand my problems and he gives solutions as well.
Wow, that's so sweet of him. Actually, kids these days, I feel they are more mentally mature, and we have to listen to them. They are the best critic. Even I have a daughter, and she is my best critic. I always ask her when I design something, when I do something. She gives me the most harsh, but it really improves my work.
Yeah, ma'am. Same thing with me. My husband is the best critic. Whenever I do something, I do discuss with him. He's very outspoken. He tells this is right, this is here you need to improve. So I take it positively.
Yes, that's so wonderful. Right. And as you said, we do need the family support, especially if we are with in-laws, their support. It really helps us to progress in life as a woman.
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
So there's a perception in India that the family won't support us. What we do is we won't discuss. We don't have a healthy discussion with the family. Without discussing, we'll imagine in our mind that they might not. So that is where I want to request all the women out there, if you're staying with your family, do have a discussion about the dreams which you want to pursue. When you will be about what exactly you want, and when you discuss that with your family, definitely they will understand, they'll help you out.
Oh, yes, I totally agree on that. As you said, we make assumptions that, they might not like it, they won't agree, but we should make an attempt to, ask it out, talk it out, as you said.
Yes.
Okay. Well, Latha,
Asking for help is the best thing we can do, ma'am.
oh, yes. Yeah. Ask and you shall receive. Right.
Yes. Yes.
Now, I have seen in your profile you do art therapy, you do music therapy. So, can you just explain about these two concepts?
Yeah. So art exactly is an effective tool which is used in mental health treatment. So here it is a creative process of art which is used to improve a person's mental, emotional, and physical well-being. Because here through art therapy we are focusing more on the process, inner experience felt instead of the end product. So basically, it is an expressive medium for the people who are not able to express their emotions openly. Through art, they will be able to express, and mental health practitioners use this therapy as both the intervention tool and assessment tool as well. And
Okay.
coming to music therapy, as we all know, music it brings a sense of good feeling whenever we hear, right? It promotes our as I can say that whenever we hear to music, we feel relaxed. So music therapy is nothing but a conscious use of sounds and the rhythms, which is used to improve a person's well-being. So here we design the musical pieces based on the individual needs, and that will be helpful for them to deal with the problems that they are going through, and it will definitely help them to relieve the stress and even the anxiety problems.
Okay. Wow. That's really interesting. And I hope our listeners, whoever want to go ahead and try this out, they can get in touch with you.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. So, you are also into anger management in adults and kids, right?
Yeah,
So, can you just give us few tips? How can we adults or
yeah.
kids, like any one of us, can deal with our anger?
Yeah. So basically, everyone thinks that we need to control anger, right? But we can't control our anger. We should learn to manage our anger. So to manage our anger, we should know what are the triggers which is making us feel anger. So once that is known, then we have to plan our calm down techniques. So the few calm down techniques I will be sharing with you today. So wherein first technique is go to a safe place, because wherever you are feeling angry at that place, you will not be able to use the calm down techniques. So first go to a safe place. And second thing is you can do a deep breath exercise that will make you feel relaxed. That will distract you from that situation. And now then another tip which I could share is counting the numbers in reverse order slowly. That is from 10 to 1. You can count the numbers in reverse order, which again will make you feel relaxed. And in children, we can use one more tip, that is drawing or coloring. Whenever they feel angry, once they have gone to a safe place, they can use either any color which they feel that that expresses their anger. They can just draw it, and once it's done, they will feel relaxed because they have got distracted from that situation, and they are trying to manage their anger in a constructive way.
Wow, those are useful tips. Thank you so much for sharing that, Latha.
Welcome, ma'am.
Well, Latha, after all these serious discussions, I have a fun segment for you. Okay. And it is called the rapid fire
Yeah.
round. I will be asking you 3
Okay.
random questions. You can answer them in one word or a sentence. Okay.
Okay. Sounds exciting.
Yes, it is. It is. So, my first question is, what's that one weird habit you have?
I like to have tea and chapati together.
Wow, it's quite weird, but I think many people do like that
Weird
combination.
combination.
Yeah. Okay. My second
My
question.
husband finds it very weird, but I like.
Okay. Good. Well, if we like it, then, it's our choice, right?
Yes, ma'am.
My second question is, if you had 30 seconds to broadcast one message to the world, what would that be?
Love unconditionally. Because if we love ourselves, only then we will be able to spread that love to others.
That's so beautiful. Okay. My third question is, what's your favorite color combination?
Blue and pink.
Blue and pink. Okay, that's good. Well, that was
Yes.
the end of the rapid fire round, and your answers were amazing. Thank you.
So,
Okay, now we are heading towards the last segment of our podcast where I would like to ask your advice for our listeners.
yeah, one advice I would like to give all to all my listeners is that just love yourself the way you are, accept yourself the way you are, because only when you do this, you will be able to spread love and kindness to others. Because nowadays we are running behind others for love, compassion, but we are forgetting ourselves. So self care is very important. Only if you love yourself, you will be able to spread that love to others.
Beautiful advice. I really loved that. We have to love ourselves and not run behind others because we feel we have to be acknowledged in sense to be happy. That will make us happy. But as you said, loving yourself and cherishing yourself, acknowledging yourself for what you do is important.
Yeah, totally agree, ma'am.
Yes, thank you so much. Well, Latha, thank you for this lovely advice. And I also thank you for taking time to make this podcast possible here.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for inviting me on this platform.
You're welcome. Okay, listeners, if you have liked this episode, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are also on Spotify. The snippets of this podcast will be available on Facebook, Instagram, and 6 other podcasting platforms. Thank you for listening. You have a great day ahead. Stay safe, stay blessed. Allah Hafiz.